Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Major from InfamousTechBlog.com, and this is the full review for the Palm Pre Plus, available on Verizon Wireless. The Palm Pre has actually been out for a little while now over on Sprint, but Verizon recently, picked up the Palm Pre and the Palm, Pixie, and labeled them the Plus Edition because they did come with a couple of upgrades. And we'll find out what those upgrades are as we take a look at the hardware and we run down some of the specs. Got a 3.1 inch capacitive touchscreen display that you see here. This phone is running Palm's WebOS 1.3.5.1, and hopefully they'll be getting that 1.4 update that's going to be hitting real soon. One of the big pluses about the Pre is it is a slider, so when you slide out the phone you do get a full QWERTY keyboard down here at the bottom. The Pre also comes stocked with 16 gigabytes of storage right out the box. And you see really out here, on the exterior of the phone, there's really not a whole lot. You got this down here, which is your battery release. Over here on this side, you've got your volume rocker. You come over here and you've got your USB charger port, as you can see right there. And then up top, you've got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and your phone lock or power button. And then here across the back, you got real nice, suede material with the Palm branding. And up here, you got your 3.0 megapixel camera. And this phone is also Wi-Fi enabled, so it does move pretty fast. Web browsing is, also real good on it. And the keyboard is, nice and easy to use. The keys are a little bit more raised than the Sprint version of the Pre, so they did improve that. And also, this phone has 512 megabytes of RAM compared to 256 on the Sprint version, so they beefed it up a little bit more. And also too, this one doesn't have the silver button on the front of the device. Here, once it's closed, it's pretty much all screen, nothing else except for your speaker up here at the top. So hardware wise, I do like the phone a lot. Nice clean design. It is a little bit on the small side. I prefer the larger touchscreens, but this 3.1 does get 320 by 480 resolution, and as you can see here, it's got a pretty good picture on it. Not going to complain too bad. And when you're web browsing, it can get a little bit cramped at times, but all in all, it works out pretty good. And got to grade out the hardware pretty good on the Palm Pre Plus. All right, let's go ahead and get into the software, because that to me is where the WebOS really shines, and what makes the Palm Pre really special and just a real good device and real cool device to use. WebOS is, to me, right up there with the elite operating systems, especially for touchscreen phones. I think it definitely compares favorably to the latest flavors of Android or even Apple's OS, and it's just real easy to use. You've got this area here on the phone, which through different gestures you can pull up the main menu. If you swipe up again in the gesture area, the menu will go away. Once you have it up, you've got three different panels here that you can swipe through, and these will show where all of your different applications that you have installed, and you can scroll through them that way and back again that way. And the other thing that I like is a left gesture in that area will also take you back if you're within an application, or if you're in the menu, it'll take you back out of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the email support that is included on the phone. And the Palm Pre Plus does have full support for Microsoft Exchange. I know a lot of business users have to have that. That's like a must. And it does support ActiveSync. You see here I've got Gmail installed, and Gmail has a nice clean look to it. And the emails is it's actually very fast. As soon as emails are hitting your Gmail box, they're getting delivered right to your phone. And you see here, if you hit that little light sensor down there, that'll automatically take you to card format. And then once you're in card format, you can go ahead and launch another application. So I'll just go ahead and bring up the browser and let you guys get just a quick look at that. And then now I've got two different cards that I can swipe back and forth, and you can actually get up to, I believe, 50 simultaneous apps. There's a video out there where someone was using this device and they were able to get 50 things loaded without the phone slowing down or having any type of issue, which is just insane. And the up gesture will close out an application, and it's just real slick interface, man. You know, I've had a lot of fun playing with it. The Palm Market, or their app catalog, we'll get a quick look at that. And that's the one thing you will notice about the phone is, you know, as you open up an app, sometimes there will be a brief, 1 to 2 second delay while the app gets fired up. But once you're inside the application, it actually, moves super fast. And you see all the different types of applications. Palm is, they haven't really had their app catalog up all that long, so they do have some, catching up to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messaging application as well. And a big plus, about their messaging app is it supports Google Talk and AIM, and you can seamlessly switch between Google Talk conversation, and then on the fly just switch over to SMS, and it's all threaded together. Conversations have just a nice continuous flow to them, as you see here, and they can get pretty lengthy, but it's all one seamless string. So I like that about their messaging client as well. And just top to bottom, their software is just very well done. One of the other big features software wise is this mobile hotspot app, and this is a major plus. What this does, you install this software and swipe it over here to turn it on, and once this gets fired up, your Palm Pre essentially becomes the access point for up to 5 other devices. So real quick, I'm gonna bring in the Palm Pixie over here, and we'll fire that up, and then I'm gonna go over to oops, did not mean to do that. Let's get that out of there. Let's go back and let's choose Wi-Fi. And then what you're gonna see here is once I turn Wi-Fi on, it's gonna launch the Finder, and it's gonna search for different networks. And you see there, WebOS network, and it's got the BA and the 7, and that's the rest of the identifier. And if you come back over here and look at the Pre, what this is doing is it's actually finding this device as an access point, which to me is crazy. So if you're on the road, need access for your laptop, or if you got a wireless printer or whatever the case may be, you can fire up this app and use it, instead of having to buy a wireless access point from your cellular provider. The only knock on that service is it is a little bit expensive. It's $40 a month in addition to your $30 data plan. So if you're gonna stack up all those services, it can get a little bit expensive, but nonetheless it's very cool and a nice option to have. Twee is another cool application that I've got loaded. It's a Twitter client for the Palm Pre Plus, and I actually like Twee a lot. I mean, for a free Twitter app, it's got a lot of functionality, and it's something that when I was using some of the Microsoft applications, I noticed that a free Twitter app wasn't even available. So here you do have a pretty cool Twitter interface that you can get running with right out the box. So top to bottom, man, I give software a very high score. Definitely one of the big pluses about this device. And with that being said, it's time to go ahead and take a look at the multimedia and see how the Pre grades out in that area.